This is one of Niphean's best valued paddleboard setup. It's a great option for an all-around paddleboard for playing on the water or for long distance trips. Inside you get the paddle, the hose for the pump, the stable track fin, more on that later. You also get a cup holder, as well as a patch kit, the paddleboard itself, a chair that attaches to the paddleboard to use as a kayak, a foot strap, the other paddle end for kayaking, a leash to keep the board with you, a phone holder, keep your phone dry, straps to secure the seat. Also included is the pump. The chair pumps up super quickly and feels a lot like the paddleboard once it's inflated. It uses the same connection and plug as the paddleboard. Pumping up the paddleboard with the pump took me about 10 minutes. There's something unique about this paddleboard because it has two inlets for air. There's a D-ring on the back of the paddleboard for attaching the leash. It works by just wrapping this Velcro piece around and securing it with the top Velcro piece. You might have noticed those two inlets for air on the back of the paddleboard. That's because you can install a digital pressure monitor. Looks like this, has a built-in battery. It just attaches to the back. You need to remove using the tool that's included. The old valve, that just unscrews out. Then once you have that open, you can screw in the digital pressure monitor. Once that's in, you can check the pressure of the paddleboard by pushing this button. My usage, it didn't always match up to the pump, but I think what is nice about it is that you can monitor the pressure while you're out on the water to see if you're losing pressure without having the pump. Once it's all pumped up, it's time to start adding the accessories on. So to attach the chair, you use these D-rings on the side, or you can attach the cup holder. You just attach with these straps down to the D-rings on both sides. Then you're going to put together the paddle, just slides together, has nice markings on the side, and that quick release closes it so you can adjust the length on the go. This would be set up with the single paddle for stand-up paddleboarding, but you can also disassemble it and add the paddle to the other side to use it more like a kayak. What makes Niphean paddleboards stand out is their stable tracking fin. Large fin in the middle of the board that helps in both tracking to keep the board moving straight and swaying side to side. It also comes with two fin sizes for the rear of the board, a longer fin which is going to help with stability and tracking more, or a shorter, they call decorative fin, which is going to help prevent any damage to the fin. So if you're just out floating around on the water and aren't worried about tracking, you can remove that stable track fin and the longer fin and just install a shorter fin. There is this carbon wrap down the middle of the board that's supposed to help with reducing vibration and giving a more responsive ride. Honestly, I couldn't tell much of a difference with it. The construction and attachments points all seem very well manufactured. I love some of the accessory points like this camera mount up top, the bungees, the foot strap to keep yourself stable on the board, as well as these accessory mounts for fishing pole holders and cup holders. It might be silly to point out, but these handles on the back as well as the bungees and handle on the front are something that not all paddleboards have, and it just makes it so much easier to transport. The bungees up front are a great place to store a life jacket. So how does using the paddleboard feel? Well, this large fin underneath does feel like it gets in the way when you're resting the board on the beach. But once you're in the water, it is nice to have that additional stability from having a large center fin. It is nice that it's removable if you don't want to worry about breaking it. This is their Pro model. It's an 11.6 paddleboard, which gives a lot of stability and tracking. It has a good overall shape that works well for an all-around paddleboard. So sitting down on it and kayaking, it works great, offering stability side to side, as well as gliding through the water with that longer length. It makes it a good option for fishing from, attaching coolers and cameras, and you can easily switch from kayaking over to paddleboarding. And you've got that ankle leash that attaches to keep the board with you when you're paddleboarding. That stable track fin in the middle of the paddleboard really does offer some additional stability. I've probably ridden about 20 different paddleboards, and I can definitely feel a difference on this. When you're done, removing the fins was really easy to do. I've had issues with some of these slide style fins in the past, but these come off and on and feel very secure on there, held in place by those pins. Then when you're done, releasing the air is super easy on these. You just push down on the button, twist it, and it lets the air out. So I've been using this paddleboard for a couple days out on the water now. Wanted to give my honest opinion. Niphean did send this out to me, but they have no control over what I say on the paddleboard. I do feel like it is a little bit stabler than other paddleboards I've used in the past, and the quality feels very similar to a lot of the paddleboards on the market as well. So that stability with the center fin really sets it apart from the others, as well as all of the additional connection points for accessories on the paddleboard. The bag felt a little bit cheaper, and one thing that was a little annoying is that the paddles didn't completely fit in the bag, so you have to store the longest piece on the outside or let it hang out the top. There is a wide price range of paddleboards from Niphean, but this one offers a lot more accessories. It's also a bigger board, so you can actually fit 2 people on here, and it is going to be more stable. When comparing it to other paddleboards available on Amazon, you can see it has a lot more straps, a lot more accessories, so you are paying for a more premium board. From Niphean's website, they offer a 3-year warranty on their paddleboards. They also offer a 1-year on paddles and pumps, as well as 6 months on most of the other accessories. So if you've been shopping for paddleboards or specifically looking at Niphean paddleboards, I'll leave some links down below to help you make that decision if these are right for you. As always, if you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you like videos on outdoor gear, be sure to subscribe to the channel.